Hi, in this video, I'm going to be showing you 10 easy YouTube video ideas for small YouTube. I'm Vince from Digital Nomad Institute, and let's get started. A video idea that you can do that doesn't require a lot of setup is craft ideas. So if you're handy with drawing, or if you have an artistic side or a creative side, you can go ahead and do something very similar to 5-minute crafts. It doesn't have to be creating or drawing anything. It could be different types of crafts. You can maybe make woodwork. You can do anything from coloring books. There's a whole bunch of wider range of different crafts that you can do, and you don't have to show your face. And oftentimes you don't even have to talk. All you have to do is just have an overhead camera and film how you make what you're doing. And to show you how profitable this could be, I'm going to go to Social Blade, which is a software that gives you an estimate of what a channel can make. And if you look down from 5-minute crafts, they're doing quite well. They're 8th in the country within the US. They rank first in how to, and they're ranking anywhere between 787,000 versus 12.6 million. That is really well done. Right? So don't think that just because it's crafts and you're not speaking and your face isn't on the video that you can't make any money from YouTube. All right? This is a very I would say it would be low setup, because you don't have to have a backdrop. You don't have to film a location such as a garden or a site, but you do have to have have a creative streak, and you have to have an overhead camera, and you have to be good with your hands, and you have to show how to build everything or build things. So there is that, but overall I think it's good for those who have a creative streak. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so the other one is unboxing videos. Now, the most famous unboxing channel is, one of the most famous is Unbox Therapy. And on the channel, pretty much he unboxes new gadgets, and he gives commentary on it. He says if he likes it, doesn't like it, maybe some jokes about it, and it ranges from really luxurious stuff like a BMW smartphone, to some really cheaply made dumb phones or feature phones. So he does a wide range of stuff, and if you become famous enough by doing these unboxing channel, in this case he does show his face, but in other channels, unboxing channels, they don't show their face. You just show the unboxing, and maybe they'll type in their commentary in text. So the good thing about it though is that once you get famous, companies will want to send you products for review. So that is a good aspect of this, if you are able to build it up. Okay, next channel. Oh, and if you look real quickly at the Social Blade stats, he's doing pretty well. Okay, so Social Blade estimate is 880,000 to 550,000, which is still very, very, very good. And then you can see the stats over here. All right, so all in all, very, very well done. Next channel you can do that's really easy for beginner YouTubers is software tutorials. And this person right here is called Design with Canva. She or they do their team. They basically do a lot of Canva focused tutorials, as you can see, newest features, your website, and they do other stuff too, but they do a lot of Canva. See, Canva, animated intro, tables featured in Canva, and it's just one software, right? They might have a little bit of other softwares too. Maybe they might introduce some new software every now and then, right? But mostly it's focused on Canva. And they're doing really well, right? Let's see how they're doing. Well, if you look at Design with Canva, they are estimated by Social Blade to rake in anywhere between $1,800 to $28,700. All right, so that's doing really well. And it's just focusing on mainly one software, and all they would need to do is have a screencasting software, a microphone, and just open the software and go ahead and record the tutorial. So it's a very, very low content and low setup. All right, moving on to the next one is game reviews. All right, so you can do game reviews / gameplay. This channel right here, he basically covers survival games, survival/survival horror games. And as you can see, he covers The Forest quite a bit. He does cover some other games as well, but this is all just on The Forest, and mainly on The Forest, right? And it's just him having commentary, maybe tutorials on how to do certain things within the game. And he has about estimated between 2,200 a year to roughly 35,000 a year. That's still quite good. And he has 519 uploads. So the way he records his videos is he basically just has a screencasting software that records what's on his screen while he plays the game, and then he just plays the game and maybe has some commentary, or he'll have a tutorial. In this case, is building in the underwater. This one is getting logs to drop down into the cave, and so on and so forth. But it has a lot of tutorial elements within the game. Sometimes he covers bugs, glitches, and sometimes he just does crazy things for fun. All right, but that's definitely a niche if you're into games, or if you're into one game and you're really knowledgeable about one certain game. You'll be surprised. This is quite an old game, and still he's raking in. Let's see how he's doing in views. Yeah, he's doing quite well when it comes down to views. Right, so of course he'll have peaks, dips, but all in all, he's doing quite well. His channel is well liked, and he's still getting subscribers. And this is a very, very old game. Right, so. Don't worry about niching down too much. All right, let's go on to the next channel. Next channel is meditation. Right, so meditation music. This is basically, you can do live music, but a lot of this is music that's played on a loop. Okay, I don't know how they get the copyright for this. Maybe they buy it and then they do loop it. I do know how to loop it for 10 hours. Okay. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and watch my video. There's a video in my playlist. You can go check it out. But basically, they take a soundtrack and they loop it. This is 6-hour loop, 1 hour loop, 3 hours, half an hour, 6 hours, and they just loop it. And their watch time must be really, really high. All right, so let's see how they're doing. Meditation and healing, they're doing quite well. Anywhere between 12,000 to almost 200,000 a year. That's quite good. Okay, so for those of you who are interested in music, this could be a good niche for you. All right, the next one that's low setup is for beauty, but in a smaller niche. Instead of showing beauty care products, you just show beauty products for your nails, such as nail polish design or nail designs. Right, so this channel here. This person is basically just showing their nails and how to paint their nails. So if you have a talent for that, if you have a knack for that, you might want to consider doing this niche, right? And let's go take a look at their Social Blade stats. So this is a new one. They only have 1,000 subscribers and about 443 uploads. So they're working really hard. This channel is really, really pushing it. And they're estimated between $44 to $707, but that's pretty good for something that they have a passion for, and it's still growing, right? For only 1,000 subscribers, that's quite amazing. So, and they don't have to show their face; they just basically showing their nails and how to paint their nails. All right. Next is cooking. So this is a kind of like a sub niche within cooking, like wilderness cooking or primitive cooking. This is doing quite well. Other sub niches in cooking, I've seen miniature cooking, where a person just cooks with the smallest cooking utensils possible. I've seen other niches of cooking where they just simply dry age steak, and they just cook different types of dry age meat. There's many different niches within cooking, but I just want to give you an idea that you don't have to focus on a wide range of things. You can just focus and niche down on one area. This is primitive cooking. So let's see how they're doing with the Social Blade stats. They're doing quite well too. Anywhere between 22,000 a year to 366,000. That's very well done, and it shows people how to cook on primitive cooking, I guess. Quite amazing. All right. Next one is time-lapse videos. Now this one takes a little bit more setup because you have to obviously record a video over a long period of time. So maybe instead of being able to record within an hour to 30 minutes like the other videos, this one might require days, weeks, maybe even months, depending on what you're filming. But once you have filmed it, it tends to get more views because it has a higher perceived value. Right? It's a lot easier to get views after creating these type of content. And one such channel is called Green Time Lapse, and they do a lot of different cool things such as mealworms versus tomatoes, and they basically put tomatoes with a whole bunch of mealworms and see how long, like just record and see what happens to the tomato. So tomato, all right? And let's see how they're doing. They're doing quite well too, anywhere between 1,600 a year to 25,000, right? So that's also quite interesting. All right, let's move on to the next channel idea, and that's I call it maybe like a list or top 10, the compilations. But compilation, you got to be careful about that. I think it's better to do the maybe top 10 list, because and just to give you an example, this channel says like top 10 real families you won't want to have, top 10 terrifying uninhabited places, top 10 terrifying families, so on and so forth. All right, so and this channel is called Most Amazing Top 10, and they're doing around 70,000 to 1.1 million a year. That's really good. All right, and then the last one finally is animation. So they have animated videos. All right, if you have a skill for it, these are quite very popular. And this one is basically an animated story, stories that they basically animate, and they post it to a video. And let's see how they're doing. They're doing really well. Yeah, around 713,000 to 11.4 million. That's really good. So as you can see, all of these channels, they don't really require your face. Some of them don't even require your voice. They have low setup so you don't have to have a camera filming an outdoor scenery like a garden or different types of plants, and they can be monetized. So these are very good niches. If you have the passion or talent or interest, I highly recommend new YouTubers try these, because once you get started creating videos, which is the scary part, you'll get better and better over time. But if you make it too hard, if you have to do something such as a gardening video, and you have to show your face, and you have to wear a certain attire, then you have to film things in the lighting and make sure the weather is good. And then if you're doing gardening, you have to make sure the plant is doing well, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of variables that you have to control, versus these channels, it takes out many of those variables out of the equation and lets you focus more on the content creation and making sure you pick the right ideas. So I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, could you please hit the like button? I'm Vince from Digital Nomad Institute, and I'll see you next video. Thank you so much for watching.